some major points from the final project. Think of this like a little guide, reminder of some key points. So one thing you want to remember is you're going to be making a presentation. This presentation, you're not going to be presenting it orally or anything like that. You want to do like a Google Doc, Google Slide, or you could just use paper and pencil, kind of like you've been doing for some of the quizzes, and even just take a picture of that. I suppose if you really wanted to and you have the stuff at home, you could make a poster, but I wouldn't go through all that effort. Just using some paper should be fine. If you have some other way that you want to present, please check with your teacher, like it says here, okay? The project is due on the last day of school, though of course you can turn it in earlier. And you're encouraged to do so. In fact, well, you'll see, you can probably start working on it even now, get more of it done as you go. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be asked to define some terms, that'll be on the next page, or concepts, and then give an example of each. So please, that this is an and. You're going to be defining the terms and then giving an example. It'll be two things. If you want to think of it this way, you could do one page each, and that would probably do it. So when you're explaining a term or concept, you should be detailed. Use a picture to help explain what it means. But if you do use a picture, that does not mean it's an example. So when you're defining or explaining the terms or concepts, please use your own words to the best of your ability. Remember, you can use the picture and little arrows to demonstrate if that helps. The example problem should be separate from the explanations, like I said. You can come up with your own examples, or you can reuse examples that you've seen during the course. So if you're thinking about this first two-week block of instruction, there's going to be some things you'll see on this grid. You could use some of the examples right out of those worksheets as your examples of the concept. So you're going to be submitting your project on Google Classroom, just like you've been doing the quizzes. Make sure you attach everything. Make sure you include your name on your submission so we can tell who is who. Label each of your responses using the number next to each item. So that's kind of important. I'll show you what I mean here on the other page, where we've got the terms and the concepts. See, the terms and concepts, and then example, what your example should be, and then this is a little checklist for yourself completed, though you don't have to do it. You don't have to check this off and turn it in or anything. So define chord, radius, and diameter all in one fell swoop. Picture might really be helpful. Show how chords and radii can be used to find unknown length. Think like if you had a circle that had some sort of chord and you had something that came in perpendicular and you had the radius that makes a triangle. Some sort of example like that would be what they're talking about. And you want to label that number 1. Then you go to number 2, define a circumference and give the formula, define the area. Some of these shouldn't take you very long to do at all. It may look like there's a monumental number of things, but there's not really that. It's not really that bad if you break it out into pieces, which is why we encourage you to get going early. So make sure that you number all the way up through 15 the different little things. Some of these aren't going to take you more than about a half a page. So don't forget to number your entries, right? Number the entries, and make sure you start early. If you're taking notes, you could even put this as a way to take your notes and use those to build from. So that'd be one key thing. And as always, if you have questions or if you want to run something by, ask early and often. That is, make sure that you get hold of your teacher and ask, does this look okay? Am I on the right track? Am I missing something? That way they can give you feedback so we don't have any surprises. Now don't panic, you're going to have a fair amount of time for the last 2-week block of instruction ending June 12th within which to get this done. So you can allot some time there too.